Train the muscles, not the joints.
So welcome back to Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. It's cold out here. Ugh, my mouth's already frozen. Natural Gallant Bodybuilding. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a couple exercises that may be causing you shoulder pain. I'm not saying they cause shoulder pain for everybody, but if you are experiencing shoulder, distinct possibility that these movements are not necessarily right for you. Now, I'm going to start with one that's extremely popular, and I see guys do this all the time. It's an exercise that I would always cringe when I see people do it because it didn't really work for me. I found it always irritated my bicep tendons and irritated the shoulder. And this is the front raise. The front raise is just not a good movement for a lot of people. Some people, it can be fine. They can do it and they just get lots of front delt development from it and some trap development and they feel great. But other people, it just impinges the bicep tendon and it causes all sorts of bicep problems, bicep tendon problems underneath the shoulder there anyway. So front raises, if you are doing these and you're experiencing a lot of joint pain when you're doing presses, then maybe try dropping the front raises for a period of time and see if the pain dissipates. The second exercise I'd say to drop if you're experiencing shoulder pain is the upright row. Now, the upright row with barbell or dumbbell like this causes an internal rotation of the shoulder and you will jam the shoulder quite a bit when you're pulling up. This isn't true for everybody, but for some people, depending on the way they're built, this will cause an extreme jamming of the joint, and this will cause inflammation and chronic shoulder issues. And I saw this with different training partners I had over the years, and I could do the upright row and I do it light, but if I did it too heavy, I would also notice the same thing, which is why you don't really see me do upright rows in my training. Now, some people overcome this issue with the upright row by using a cable, so that way they can direct the force on an angle instead of straight up and down. And when the force is on an angle, it doesn't impinge the joint anymore. It just basically causes like the upper trap development. And basically it's a more balanced type of way of distributing the tension. So that way you're getting some shoulder and trap development. But if you do the upright row and you're noticing that you're getting a lot of shoulder issues, try stopping upright rows for a period of time and seeing if your pain dissipates that way. So these are some quick tips that you can actually include in your training, and obviously start to include some rotator cuff exercises. External rotation is incredibly important and helpful in keeping that shoulder in the joint and keeping it stable as you do those compound lifts. So anything where there's tension pushing the arm in and then you're externally rotating. Now remember to do this light though. You should be doing sets of at least 20, 30 to 40 reps and to get that burn in there. It's not meant to be a 5-rep tight set thing. I've seen some guys try to go overkill by trying to go too heavy on the external rotator cuff exercises, which funny enough, will irritate your shoulder as well and possibly cause some problems. So you want to make sure you're doing the movements nice and controlled and with higher reps, and sometimes with slower reps as well, just to get that isometric sort of thing going on. So that way the muscles are good at stabilizing that joint, because that's really what they're there for. I'm not going to cover all the exercises that are good for external rotator cuff exercises, but I may do a video on that in the future. But hopefully this helps you possibly drop a couple exercises that might be causing you issues. Try it out, experiment, and see. So hopefully this video helped you out. Maybe by dropping those exercises or one or two of them, you may actually experience better training with your shoulders and with your pressing movements. And thanks a lot for watching. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com. And thanks a lot to the patron supporters, and take care for now. Mountain.